What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris
And Mo.
podcast, episode 218, Takeover Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good night, whatever you're doing. You're at home, you're at work. We appreciate you tapping into the live stream. You're listening on the playback. We appreciate you too. Leave a comment in the comments section. We got a few things to speak on tonight, some NBA stuff. Uh, Gonna do our college football brackets, do our picks for the college football playoffs, and then we're gonna talk some NFL, of course, and of course, Maul's random news. Oh, we got to do our fantasy football start and sit too. Before we get into that, Maul, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. So I do the episode, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm pretty good, man. I can't complain. You know how Wednesdays are, man. It's Monday for me.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, man. Let's talk a little NBA news. So, the New York Knicks end up winning the NBA Cup yesterday.
Yep.
They beat the Spurs 124 to 113. Uh, let's see. Jalen Brunson, he had 25 points. Uh, um, Anobi had a 28. Carl Towns had 16. Wemby, I think what do you have? He had 18 points. Harper had 21. But it was a pretty good game. But the Knicks prevailed at the end, and they end up holding up the trophy. How you feeling, sir?
No, I think overall it was a really great game. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to Victor Wembanyama. I think we learned the news that he lost his grandmother same day he found out that news about that. So I'm sure he was playing with a heavy heart. I know the pain. I miss my grandmother every day, so I can only imagine what he was going through during that game. So I do want to wish his family all the best and hopefully healing through that process. But overall, man, you kind of saw the youth within the San Antonio Spurs. They played a really good game. I was really digging what Stephon Castle looked like. With him seeming like to be the true point guard of this team. He looked amazing. Very physical, athletic freak. Able to defend. You saw him giving a little bit of trouble to Jalen, even though Jalen was able to get to his spots. I think the biggest star of this whole game had to be OG Anunoby. Like, he played an amazing game. I think you said he had like 28 points or something like that. You could just tell this New York Knicks team is capable. I think you have to easily have them as the favorites in the Eastern Conference Finals to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and obviously win the Eastern Conference Championship. Obviously, you don't want to disrespect the Detroit Pistons or what they got going on, but I would just have a little bit more faith in this team, especially the likes of you got Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, Yabusele. Mitchell Robinson, who had a big impact as far as like on the boards, and then you got to kind of think, like, you didn't get a really great Karl Anthony Towns game, you didn't get a really great Mikal Bridges game. You were able to pull out this win. Now, obviously, Victor Wembanyama, he's not the Victor Wembanyama that we saw earlier this year, where he was looking amazing. He didn't even look like the guy that we saw against the Oklahoma City Thunder just a couple nights ago. And maybe that had something to do with obviously him losing his grandmother, and also could be a situation where he hasn't played basketball in almost 3 weeks, almost a month. You know what I'm saying, with this calf injury. So he could have been a little bit fatigued, especially with everything that was going on. But overall, man, I think both of these squads should really be excited for, I wouldn't say the second half because we haven't hit the halfway mark, but just this post in season tournament leg that we're about to hit with this season. So it was an amazing NBA Cup all around, and yeah, man, great game.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, man, it looked like the Knicks dominated on the boards, 59 to 42. The Spurs only had 42 rebounds, and like you said, Mitchell Robinson, he had 15 boards, eight or 10 of them on the offensive end in 18 minutes. So that's always going to help out. And they just pretty much did their thing when they needed to do it, man, down the stretch, and they showed their more veteran paralysis over those young guys, like you said. So shout out to Knicks, man. They look like they trying to show and prove that they are a championship team this year. And hey, man, this is the best time for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? The East, you know what I'm saying? Outside of maybe like Orlando Magic, uh, you know, maybe the Heat or somebody like that. But outside of that, it looks like, the Knicks are the top team in the East right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I do want to say this. I know there's been a lot of conversation on, I guess, the atmosphere of the NBA Cup being out here. Obviously, there has been conversations about maybe, obviously, they're not going to have the semifinals out here, but there's still rumblings that maybe they won't even have the finals out here. They're talking about maybe potentially doing it at college campuses or something like that. I would say this. I think anybody who wasn't out here for these games, I think respectfully, you got to shut the fuck up, because I think the atmosphere out here in Vegas for these games was very apparent. I went to the semifinals games. There was a lot of Knicks fans. That OKC Thunder San Antonio Spurs game was live. And then the looks of the NBA Finals, it looked like there was a lot of atmosphere involved in that game. I don't know where this semi hate for Las Vegas and being a sports town is starting to come from. I just think it's a lot of jealousy going on in other people in other cities who aren't Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, they aren't the entertainment capital of the world. They're not getting all these type of events. And look, I'm not mad if they want to go explore in other cities, but I just think that, this whole conversation that Las Vegas isn't really a great sports town is kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, we got to kind of stop that. Like, we do live in a city where we live in a transient town. There are a lot of people from all over the places of the globe that moved here to Las Vegas because they see the potential. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of fan bases. I know a lot of people like to bring up the Raiders and stuff like that. I think the Raiders have a strong fan base. It's just that we fucking suck. So what's there to support? But you're going to have a lot of people that's going to be out here that are Chiefs fans, Denver fans, Steelers fans, Cowboys fans. And lo and behold, what's the number one city everybody wants to go visit when their team is on the road? It's Las Vegas. That's why the Allegiant Stadium has been very, very prominent. That's why we had the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is very successful. That's why we get in the college football playoff. That's why we get in the Final Four. That's why we get WrestleMania. That's why, we're getting all these events, because they see the true potential. So anybody, I'm going to defend my city, man. And at the end of the day, respectfully, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not out here. And I'm sure we'll get the NBA Cup out here again. Hopefully we just get an NBA franchise. That's what I more want than the NBA Cup. And I think we'll eventually get that. David Adam Silver kind of hinted at that a little bit, where we will finally get a decision sometime this summer, whether they're going to expand or not. And if they do, us in Seattle will be the team. So anybody who wants to shit on Las Vegas, be ready to hear my mouth, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So respectfully, respect to all your cities. Vegas is an up and coming city that's growing very well, and put some respect on our name. Don't be scared because we're coming and taking all your events that you guys want to have. It's just a reality of the situation. So, bless up.
Yeah, I agree, man. There's nothing else to be said. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's do the college football playoff bracket. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up this bracket that I got, and I'll put we'll go through the games. I got another bracket for you. So when we done, we can share our brackets on the internet and all that stuff.
No doubt, for sure.
All right, so let's start it off. Now, if you're not familiar with college football, Indiana is number 1, Ohio State's number 2, Georgia's number 3, and Texas Tech is number 4. They get the bye week, so they're automatically in the quarterfinals. And then we got James Madison, number 12, James Madison versus number 5, Oregon, number 9, Alabama versus number 8, Oklahoma, number 11, Tulane versus number 6, Ole Miss, and number 10, Miami versus Texas, and number 7, Texas A&M. So we're gonna start at the top. Number 12, James Madison versus Oregon. I think they play Friday. Who are you liking, sir?
All respect to James Madison. Congratulations to them in getting to this point. I know they're going to be playing for all mid-majors out here and lower tier colleges because of all the conversation about them being involved, them and Tulane. But I think Oregon wins this game. I just think home field advantage is going to be too much. This might be the most raucous crowd and most intense environment that James Madison would have played in all year. So I'm gonna go with Oregon. I think it would be a respectable, a respectful blowout. You know what I mean? I could see a situation where it could be like a 45 to maybe 17 type of game. But Oregon's just ultimately too talented.
Yeah, I agree. I got Oregon. I think there's just going to be too much speed on this Oregon team. They are. I think they're also getting back Evan Stewart, their top wide receiver. He's coming back. So uh, yeah, I just can't see a world where James Madison will win this game. So,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
respect to James Madison for making the
Mhm.
playoffs too.
Mhm. Mhm.
You got number 9 Alabama versus number 8 Oklahoma. We all know Alabama. They lost badly to Georgia in the SEC championship. Oklahoma, they've been so up and down and inconsistent since Mater, came back from that surgery. This was a difficult one for me to pick, but I'm gonna go with Alabama because I just think that up until the SEC championship, they was playing just a little bit better than Oklahoma. So I'm gonna go with Alabama.
Nah, this one's very tough because I'll say this: Alabama's defense hasn't looked really good, and the offense hasn't looked good. I think Ty Simpson has looked very, very inconsistent these last couple games. This last month has looked not really good for Alabama. Oklahoma, I think their defense has been very opportunistic. I think Mater, he hasn't really hit his stride again ever since he came back from the injury, and I know
Mm-hmm.
they got the home field advantage. Um, All right, I think I'm gonna switch from what I told you earlier. I think I'm gonna go with Oklahoma, man,
Okay.
because the reason why I switched it up, I originally told Chris I think Alabama was gonna win, but when I really think about it, I think Oklahoma's gonna win. I just think there's a lot of noise around Kellen DeBoer about Michigan. I think that could be a distraction. I don't like the consistencies with Ty Simpson and overall how they've been playing. We've already kind of seen this matchup, so I think the confidence level of Oklahoma, especially getting them on their home field, is going to mean something.
Mm-hmm.
I think this will be a very close game. I don't think it'll be a blowout or anything like that, but I think I will take Oklahoma. I think I trust Mater a little bit more than I do Ty Simpson. I think I trust his defense a little bit more than what I've seen from this Alabama defense so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna roll with Oklahoma. I think I wouldn't be surprised if this goes into like a overtime or double overtime style game. I'm gonna go 38-35.
For
Oklahoma.
sure. For sure. You got number 11 Tulane versus number 6 Ole Miss. We all know the Tulane. I know they got a new coach now. Uh, because their coach is your coach now, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Summerall.
Mm-hmm.
But in Ole Miss, of course, they're still looking for a coach because Lane Kiffin he left the LSU's. But
Well, I
I
think
think
their
Ole.
defensive coordinator is going to be their coach. I think they officially said that.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Mhm.
So it's a lot, and then we don't know about Sean. I know there was rumors about Sean Bliss. He might not play in this game because he might be transferring in the transfer portal and maybe going to LSU to be with Lane Kiffin. I don't know. Um, but regardless of I still think Austin Simmons was still a solid quarterback. Um, I'm still gonna roll with Ole Miss because I just think that they're gonna have the better athletes on the field. But Tulane will put up a fight, but I'm gonna roll with Ole Miss.
I I know most likely he will not probably see this or hear this, but if he does, Chambliss, for the sake of people's views on you, I really hope you play in this game. I really do. Because I think it's a bad look if you were to leave this team in this situation when you have the opportunity to win a national championship. What's the point of even playing it? Like it's kind of like the same conversation when you can have with Lane Kiffin. Like you leave a squad to go win a national championship that you think you can win a national championship with when you already have a team that's capable of winning it this year. You know what I mean? I get the opportunity to coach LSU, but you have the opportunity right now to win a national championship. You actually have a squad that is capable of doing that. So I really hope he does. I'm going to go in the mindset that he does, that he's smart enough to know the opportunity that is before him. Um, and I'm going to go with Ole Miss. If he does not play, I think that's a lot for Ole Miss to overcome. And I would not be surprised too if Tulane were to upset Ole Miss. I get the atmosphere, I get Ole Miss and all that, but it's a lot, man, for this team to lose their head coach. I know they're getting the offensive coordinator back, but then to lose your starting quarterback who's played all of your games, and you're asking a backup to come in one of the biggest games in your college history. Even if it is against Tulane, this is an opportunity for you to win the national championship and move and progress in this tournament. I think it's tough, but I'm gonna go with the side that Chambliss plays and Ole Miss wins, and we get the Ole Miss Georgia matchup.
For sure. Then we got number 10 Miami versus number 7 Texas A&M. Miami had a kind of an up and down season themselves. Carson Beck, he had his moments where he looked like he was gonna be something, and then he has his moments when he looks bad under pressure. So and then Texas A&M towards the end of the season, they had some trepidation, some adversity, and they would turn around. But then that Texas game, it kind of came to a head, and they lost that game. But outside of that, Texas A&M has been one of the better teams in the nation. I'm going with Texas A&M. I just think their defense is going to give Miami problems, and I think they're going to force Carson Beck into some picks. I don't trust Carson Beck when it's pressure on the line, when it's something big. I just don't trust Carson Beck, so I'm rolling with Texas A&M.
I totally agree with my brother over here. Like, I do not trust Carson Beck at all in this environment, at all. At all.
College Station, no.
There's very few I would trust going into College Station currently right now that could potentially go in there and win, especially with the talent that they have on the offensive side and the defensive side. That defensive line is nasty. So I'm going with Texas A&M. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think it's a close game. I'm gonna be honest with you. Respect to Miami. I know Michael Irvin's gonna be on the sideline going crazy. You know what I mean? Coked out and all that type of shit. But I'm gonna go with Texas A&M, man. I'm surprised. The only thing that is crazy though is how early this game is. This is the early game. I figured this should be the night game. Yeah. That's the only hesitancy. If you want to give Miami a shot, this is not a night game. This is a very, very early game. And we all know those early games can be kind of weird. It's kind of like the NFL going international to me. Like, it's kind of in the same instance with that. But I'm gonna go with Texas A&M. I just think it's too crazy, and I honestly don't understand the time slots for these games. This should have been the nightcap, me personally, or Alabama, Oklahoma. Like, it's really insane. I don't know.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Yeah.
Those two should be the nightcaps. Like, I figured the Oregon game would have been the first one.
I kind of get it. They want that Alabama Oklahoma game, at that 5 o'clock slot. So I kind of get it.
Well, then make Miami, Texas A&M the nightcap on Saturday. Like, what are we doing? No one wants to watch Oregon and James Madison to end the game. Like, there better be a boxing match or something, because at least I got my NBA. Maybe the Lakers are playing around that time, but
maybe. Yeah, that probably should have been a 9 a.m. game in the morning. Yeah, and then you're right. They should have flip flopped. They definitely should flip flop.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. But God bless. God bless.
But maybe they think Texas A&M is going to win, and they're going to put them in the night.
That atmosphere deserves to be at night. Like, come on, man. College Station at night. That's like if it was Penn State, you would want the white out night game. Like, why wouldn't you put that Texas A&M Miami at night? Like, early 9 a.m.? That's insane. Like, this ain't big noon at kickoff. What are we doing?
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. So let's go back to the top. We have the quarterfinals now. We got number 5 Oregon versus number 4 Texas Tech. Texas Tech has been on a roll, man. That defensive line, those linebackers, and the offense, what I'm saying, the running back, the quarterback, they've all been balling. Oregon, of course, we all know what Oregon represents. If this was Oregon at home, I probably would have took Oregon, but this is Texas Tech. They're at home, and they got rest. I know people will say it was a kind of a layoff, but I'm going Texas Tech, man.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they play at Dallas Stadium for this game. They're in the Cotton Bowl, I'm assuming, right? The Cotton Bowl.
At the Cotton Bowl, no, that is whoever plays Ohio State. They play in the Orange Bowl.
Oh, so they're in Miami. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. I just think overall, I just don't know if Dante Moore is ready to go up against this defensive line. I just don't know. In that linebacker core, they got the best pair of linebackers in the nation, I believe. And you got one that's the Dick Butkus Award winner. So I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. I think offensively they could be very explosive. I think they can hang with Oregon, but I just think overall matchup wise, I think Texas Tech has a better defense, and I'm gonna roll with them.
Yeah. You got number 8 Oklahoma traveling to face Indiana in the Rose Bowl. Look, Indiana, they've been balling this year. Oklahoma, Mater, he could make this interesting. If Mater looks really good against Alabama, this could be an interesting game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go with Indiana because I trust the coaching staff over there at Indiana a lot more than I do Oklahoma.
Yeah, I trust Indiana too. I just think overall, I just like that squad. I trust Fernando Mendoza. Like, he's been in a lot of big games, and I wouldn't be surprised whether they were to play Alabama or Oklahoma if this were to come down to wires. It will be a physical game, but I would just trust Fernando Mendoza to bring it home at the end, and I will go with Indiana.
Yeah, for sure. Then you got Ole Miss versus Georgia. Look, man, I think that this is where the whole situation with Ole Miss, I think this is where it comes to a head. And I just think Georgia is just rolling high right now. Like, I think Georgia is they got their groove right now. So I know Stockton is inexperienced, but he's been balling. So I'm going with Georgia.
Yeah, I think Georgia, this defense is looking like top tier defense right now. This is looking like the Georgia team we expected to see. You know what I mean? So, and this offense is clicking on all cylinders, man. I think it's a rout. I think Georgia wins in big time fashion.
Yeah, I like Zacharias Branch. That dude's a baller.
Yeah, he is.
Now, this game right here could be very, very interesting, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. This Ohio State Texas A&M game can be very, very interesting, man. We're really gonna see what Ohio State is all about, bro. Because Texas A&M can punch them in the mouth. They really, really can. Their defensive line with Cassius Howell and all them boys over there, and then you got Casey Concepcion. He's a baller. He's projected to go. I think he's projected to go in the top, the first round, maybe second round. But dude is a beast. And then Marcel Reed, he's another dude that can give Ohio State problems with his legs, his arm. It's going to be close. And I went back and forth with this, man. But I'm going to pick Ohio State because I think they're going to have – that defense is going to make enough plays. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. You just can't go against those brothers. And I'm going to go with Ohio State.
I'm going to go with Texas A&M. I'm gonna go with Texas A&M, and that's because I still don't trust Zane. Like, he looked really good against Indiana. He made some throws that I was truly impressed by, but this is going to be a home crowd, man. They're going to play in Dallas, man. It's going to be nothing but Texas A&M fans in there. I'm sure you'll get a good pocket of Ohio State fans, but I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of that stadium is Texas A&M. I'm gonna go with Texas A&M. I'm going with the upset. I know a lot of people want to see that Georgia or Ohio State matchup in the semifinals. I just think you're gonna get two Texas teams that make it in the semifinals. I'm gonna get the upset with Texas A&M.
That's what's all right. Then you got number 4 Texas Tech versus Indiana. This would be the Peach Bowl or the Fiesta Bowl. Probably the Fiesta Bowl. Look, man, I know Indiana has been balling, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win. But I'm going Texas Tech, man. I think that defensive line is going to give Fernando and them problems. I really do. I think they're going to get a couple turnovers. And I just think it's just one of those years. You just see a team, man. And I know Indiana's been playing really well, but Texas Tech has just been. I just think people are just not really looking at Texas Tech, and them dudes are just balling, dog. So I'm going Texas Tech going to the national championship.
Yeah, man, you kind of stole my thunder. I'm going with Texas Tech. It's no disrespect to Indiana, but I agree with you. I just think people are sleeping on Texas Tech. I don't think they put a lot of respect on the Big 12. I just don't really
Mm-hmm.
think. I think it's Big 10, SEC, and then everybody below. But Texas Tech, that defense can go up with anybody. They can go up with, like, look, that linebacker core is going to give
Mm-hmm.
them problems.
Yeah.
Problems. They're athletic, very smart. That D line is, look, they paid for one of the best D lines in the nation, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not sleep on that offense. That offense ain't nothing to sniff
Yeah, the
at. They could
quarterback
put
is
up
good.
points. That quarterback is really good. I'm going with Texas Tech. I just like this team way better than Indiana. I just do. It's nothing against
Mm-hmm.
Fernando. Look, if Fernando wants to be the number one pick, this is the game you win. These are
Mm-hmm.
the games you show us why you're the number one overall pick, why the Raiders should take you, why the Rams should trade up 9 spots and trade 3 first-round picks or 4 first-round picks, whatever the compensation is to go get you. If you can do that, then my brother, you will be the number one pick. You will be the number one pick for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm be honest with you, I really, really like this Texas Tech team. I really
Mm-hmm.
do. I really like this defense. I really like this defensive line. I love these linebackers. Give me Texas Tech, man. I love that squad.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got Georgia versus Ohio State, or you got Georgia versus Texas A&M. I'll say for me, I'm going Georgia. I just think that Georgia is going to prevent some problems to Ohio State. I think they're going to force Sand into some picks, and I think they're going to run it down their throat too.
Yeah.
So I'm going Georgia.
I'm going Georgia too, no matter who they play, whether it's Texas A&M or Georgia. I think that Georgia-Texas A&M matchup would be really, really good. Even this Ohio State-Georgia matchup, I think that could be an all-time great matchup. I think both of these matchups could be really good. But either way, this Georgia team is locked in. They are ready. They are ready to punch you in your mouth and, as you said, run it down your throats. Like, this team has a confidence that they were able to rekindle. And they showed it in that SEC championship game, and we're going to see it again no matter who they play in the semifinals. Georgia is going to make it to the championship game.
Yeah. So both got Texas Tech versus Georgia, and look, I think this game is going to be closer than what people give credit for. I think Texas Tech is going to put up a fight. I think that defensive line is going to prevent some problems for Georgia a little bit, but at the end of the day, I still think that Georgia is going to pull this game out. Like, I think I could see like a 28-24 type game. So I'm going Georgia winning the national championship.
Georgia is an amazing squad. So is Texas Tech. Both of these defenses are really good. Patrick Mahomes is going to be smiling.
Oh, you got Texas Tech?
I'm going to take Texas Tech.
I ain't mad at it.
There's something about this team that I like, man.
Yeah.
There's something about this defense. There's something about how opportunistic they are. I don't think anybody has faced a defense like Texas. I know Georgia is really good, but I don't think no one's faced the linebacking core like this ever. You know what I mean? In this year. And I'm going to take Texas Tech, man. I think they're going to find a way. I really do think they're going to find a way to keep this game close. I think Georgia's going to go in very, very cocky. Again, they don't put a lot of respect on this Big 12 team. And Georgia is the top dog in the SEC. And Texas Tech, I think they're ready, man. I don't know what it is about this team, but every time I watch the team, I come out impressed. I really do. So I'm taking Texas Tech, man. I think I'm taking Texas Tech on the upset. And I know Mahomes is dealing with his ACL and LCL injuries, but this will put a smile on his face. We might see him for the first time on national TV going to this game. So yeah, I'm going with Texas Tech, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But so I just showed, this is my bracket right here. You see it? I got, you know what I'm saying? I got Oregon beating James Madison. I got Alabama beating Oklahoma. I got Ole Miss beating Tulane. I got Texas A&M beating Miami. And then I got Texas Tech beating Oregon, Indiana beating Alabama, Georgia beating Ole Miss, Ohio State beating Texas A&M. And then I got Texas Tech beating Indiana, Georgia beating Ohio State. And then I got Texas Tech and Georgia in the championship. And I got Georgia as my national championship. And then I'm going to do this just so we could show yours. And then here's Malls. He got Oregon over Madison, Oklahoma over Alabama, Ole Miss over Tulane, Texas A&M over Miami. He's got Texas Tech over Oregon, Indiana over Oklahoma, Georgia over Ole Miss, Texas over Ohio State, or Texas A&M over Ohio State, then Texas Tech over Indiana, Georgia over Texas A&M. He's also got Texas Tech and Georgia in the championship, but he has Texas Tech winning the national championship. So
Mhm.
these are our brackets. Go ahead and save that so we can post them. So if we, our respective ones win, y'all can't be like, "Oh, you lying."
Like we're either gonna look really smart or really dumb.
Really
So
dumb. Because
so
that's around in Texas A&M win.
yeah, facts of Oregon or
Yeah,
Ohio State or who
niggas get
knows? Or
knocked
James
out.
Madison might win the whole thing. Who knows? Who knows? Who
Real
knows?
stupid. So,
For real.
but yo, those are our brackets, and hey, man, I'm excited for the playoffs, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. We're a couple days away, man. Good luck to all those teams, man. Looking forward to some great games.
Yeah, for sure. Let's stop that screen. All right. We'll take a quick commercial break and then we'll be back.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris and Mall to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris and Mall to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
All right, man, it's time for our start and sit playoff fantasy picks. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump this off. So, let's see. Hold on. Pull this up real quick. Give me a second, people. All right. So, my start this week, I'm going with start Justin Herbert because they're going against the Cowboys, and we all know the Cowboys' uh, pass offense is terrible. They give up 254 yards a game. They let JJ McCartney throw all over them. What you think Justin Herbert gonna do? So I'm going with Justin Herbert to start him. I'm also going with Jared Goff. I'm starting him. They're playing the Steelers. We all know the Steelers pass defense ain't that good. We all know Jameson Williams and Amon St. Brown. We all know what they represent. So I'm going with Jared Goff. I am sitting Trevor Lawrence. They are playing Denver. We all know Denver's pass defense is one of the best in the league with Sertan. He's probably going to lock down Brian Thomas Jr. We'll probably have Barron over Jacoby Myers. So, and I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball like, they've been moving it. They've been playing a lot of bad teams. That's why, Jaguars have been looking good, scoring 32 points since week 9 because they've been playing a lot of bad teams. So now they're playing a defense that's real. So I'm sitting Trevor Lawrence. So as far as running backs go, I'm going to start Quinshawn Judkins because we all know Buffalo Bills run defense. We saw it last week. They run defense is not that good. They giving up 143 yards a game. So yeah, I'm gonna start Quinshawn Judkins. I'm also gonna start Devon Achin because they're playing the Bengals. The Bengals have the worst rush defense. They give 157 yards a game. So yeah, I'm starting Devon H, and of course back to Jaguars. I'm sitting Travis Etienne because that run defense of the Broncos is just really really good. As far as I'm sitting Kyron Williams too because the Seattle's run defense is really good too. So as far as wide receiver starts, I'm starting to if you got Amon St. Brown or James Williams, go ahead and start them. If you got AJ Brown, go ahead and start them. And sit Brian Thomas Jr. And then if you want a tight end, I'm starting Dallas Goddard. Dallas Goddard. The Eagles are playing. Who are they playing? I know they're playing somebody bad. Playing the Commanders. We all know their pass defense is not good at all. They're one of the worst against tight ends. And I'm sitting Strange from Jacksonville because once again they're playing Denver's defense. So
For quarterback, I'm gonna start Drake May against Baltimore. I just think Drake May, that Baltimore defense, they played pretty good against the Cincinnati Bengals. But I think this is gonna be a different beast with Drake May and all those guys. So I'm gonna take Drake May. Running back, I got Bijan Robinson against the Cardinals. I just think Cardinals can't stop nobody at this point. Wide receiver, I hate to say it, but Nico Collins against my Raiders, like he should have a field day, low key. Tight end Trey McBride against Atlanta. I just think that he's their number one. He's their number one receiver at this point. So, as far as sits, I'm gonna go with Sam Darnold against the Rams. I just don't trust Sam Darnold. He has not looked good these last couple of weeks, and the closer and closer we get to the playoffs, the more he shrinks up. And this is a big time game against Matthew Stafford. So this is for the number one seed. I don't know. We haven't seen Sam Darnold perform in big time games at all. So that's kind of a wait and see process. Running back Javonte Williams against this Chargers defense. This Chargers defense played really good last week, especially against your Chiefs. I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to slow him down. Wide receiver for sit, I got Deebo Samuel against the Philadelphia Eagles. You got Cooper DeJean. You got Quentin Williams. He's going to be matched up pretty well. And then on top of that, Marcus Mariota, he's played pretty damn good, but I still would sit Deebo Samuel. And then tight end, look, I'm sitting Kyle Pitts, man. There's no way in goddamn hell he's going to do what he did last week. And because I'm not playing him this week. So he's going to give you a 3 reception for a 34-yard game with no TD. So I would personally sit Kyle Pitts, but that's just
me. All right, man. That goes it for our starts and sits this week, man. I know some of y'all in the semifinals of y'all playoffs. I know I am in a couple of my leagues.
I am in Alibi, and I am in my big money one.
Yeah. So good luck to y'all. And hey, if you got some other starts and sits, man, put it in the comment section.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's do our BetUS Sure Fire Picks. All right, man. What you got?
I like the Rams +1 against the Seahawks tomorrow. I like that one a lot. Even with the Devontae Adams injury, for some reason, I just really like this Rams team. I love the Bears money line. No Micah Parsons, which means Caleb Williams should have a lot of time back there to throw that football. So I like the Bears against the Packers. I like my Lakers -7 against the Jazz. Obviously, the Jazz are just a terrible team. Lakers should be able to cover that with ease, even without Austin Reeves. And I like the Warriors -2.5 against the Suns. I think Devin Booker is not playing. And I know the Warriors have struggled quite a bit, but Steph Curry is still playing at lights out pace right now. And I think with no Devin Booker, I think the Warriors should be able to win that game.
For sure. I like the Rams also +1 against the Seahawks. Like you said, I just don't. I don't see the Seahawks winning this, even though they're at home and the 12 is going to be hot. They're going to be riding out. And I personally, now that I look back at that Seahawks and Colts game, I do think it was a little bit of looking ahead. You know what I'm saying? They got the Rams on the horizon. This is probably for the division. So, they might have been looking ahead a little bit. But I still like the Rams even without Devontae Adams. I think Tutu Atwell and all them boys will still be able to carry the load. I like Alabama +1 over Oklahoma this week. So I'm going to take the +1. And I like Texas A&M -3.5 over
Miami.
Well, Miami, yeah. I like Texas A&M. So if you go to any of our social media links, you'll see the BetUS link. Go ahead and click on it. It'll send you there. You sign up, you get 125% sign-up bonus plus 10% gamblers insurance. So that means you get 3 risk-free bets on your first 3 deposits on $100 up to $5,000. So that means if you bet $100 on your first 3 deposits and you lose, you'll keep your money. So you can win some money or you can keep your money on your first 3 deposits. So go over to BetUS, sign up, tell them Cris Dallamont sent you. And that does it for our BetUS Sure Fire Picks. And now it's time for Maul's favorite segment, news. It is now time for Maul's random news.
All right, y'all. You know what I mean? Random news again tonight. You know, we all know Cris loves that. We all know we love to hear Chris's opinions about different topics. So, sir, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. First up, little dating rumors. You know what I mean? I know we don't really do the dating thing, but rumors are that 42-year-old WWE superstar Nikki Bella and 22-year-old Eagles star cornerback Cooper DeJean are rumored to be dating. The pair were seen together numerous times this offseason, and fans are quickly putting the pieces together. Some people are worried about this relationship. You know, obviously, you know, they talk about the age or whatever. I don't think the age is they're grown. They can do what they want. What are your thoughts with this? Do you think this is a great look for Coop and Nikki, and or do you think this could be a distraction?
I don't think it's gonna be a distraction. I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't think it's gonna last long. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it's gonna last long. I think it's a little, you know, little fling. You know what I'm saying? They do the little thing. They'll be done in about 6 months.
Cooper, knock it out the park, B. Just knock it out the park, man.
You know, I ain't mad at you, Coop. You know what I'm saying? She ain't bad looking.
No. All right, next up, Kevin O'Connor, he made some comments about the Clippers and needing to blow it up. He says, you're not competing for a championship at this point. You're not even competing for the playoffs. There have been conversations that the Steve Ballmer and the Clippers are still kind of hesitant to blow this team up. Trey, James Harden, Ivica Zubac, Kawhi Leonard, they've been denying trade talks. What are your thoughts with this? Do you agree with Kevin O'Connor? Do you think they should just go ahead and blow it up, or do you
blow the whole thing up? Start trading parts. You ain't winning no championship no time. Not with this roster.
Yeah,
you ain't winning nothing. So go ahead and trade, man. You see what you get with Harden. See if you can. I don't know if you can get anything for Kawhi, but see what you can get for Harden, man.
Yeah, no, you really should. Next up, Bears president Kevin Warner says the team will expand its stadium search to Northwest Indiana after Illinois State told the Bears their proposed Arlington Heights Stadium will not be a priority in 2026. So the potential of the Bears moving to Indiana is up there. Indiana. Will it happen? I doubt it. But what are your thoughts with this happening, with them trying to get their new stadium, and that they're not, the Illinois State is not making it a top priority?
That's stupid. Like you got a star quarterback, a budding star quarterback in Caleb Williams. The team is ascending. They could possibly still get the number one or get the first, the number one seed. They possibly can win this division. Like they're trending in the right way. Like y'all need to go ahead and make a decision to get this stadium done in Illinois, man.
Yeah.
You know, Indiana already got a damn football team.
Yeah, called the Indianapolis Horseshoe Colts. You know what I mean? So, look, I think at the end of the day, we all know what happens with these stadium. When they're trying to get a new stadium, they like the long draw. You know what I mean? We see it with your Chiefs and your Royals and stuff like that. They're not going anywhere. I honestly can't see the NFL allowing them to go to Indianapolis. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Everything gets done last minute. You know what I mean? So, next up, rumors are around that many people around the NFL think the New York Jets will part ways with Aaron Glenn after just one season.
Really?
Would you agree or disagree with that decision if the Jets were to make that?
I disagree with it. I think them boys play hard for him.
Yeah,
That's one thing that I look for when a team, especially a coach in his first year, and he's on a bad team.
yeah, yeah,
I'd see if them boys are out there responding, they trying to win, even though they may not be good enough.
hmm
They out there playing hard. They out there flying around. That's what I want to see. And if that's what they doing, man, at least let Aaron Glenn get one more year.
yeah.
Let him put his blueprint into it. He's still trying to get rid of the last regime. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him get his own draft picks in here. Let him get his own people up in here. See how it look next year. And if it look bad next year, then boom, you can get rid of him.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think it's way too soon for you to even have these conversations. I think it's kind of night and day with Aaron Glenn and kind of like the situation with the Raiders and Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, Pete Carroll need to retire. Aaron Glenn is far from retirement. I think he still has a lot of energy, and we see it. Like you traded away his 2-star talent on the defense, and you're expecting them to perform. Like, what do you expect? Like, you kind of signaled that you were in a rebuilding mode, and you want a high draft pick. So you're setting yourself up for the next couple of years. Give him the opportunity to coach this year. Give him the opportunity to coach next year. Draft the talent. You give him 3 years. Give him a solid 3 years and go with that. You know what I mean? I just think
He's down to his third string quarterback.
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but again, you just try. But anyways, we'll see what's up. Next up, 2 men, including the brother of Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, were arrested over the weekend after allegedly taking Los Angeles Lakers forward Abdul Thero's SUV without his consent. There also have been other things about Puka Nacua that has been all over social media, with him being on a live stream with Aiden Ross, asking him to do a dance that is perceived to be, anti-Semitic. Him making comments about other football teams being little brothers and downplaying them, and also saying about referees, make calls to, get on the television. So what is your overall thing with what happened to his brother, and then what's your kind of overall perception with Puka Nacua after these latest things that he's been on live stream saying and doing?
As far as his brother goes, hey man, you do the crime, you got to do the time, player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be stealing people's cars. Even I heard it was supposed to be a prank, but why are you stealing people's cars like that? Like, and I know because he plays for BYU. I've seen him on the field. He's actually not bad, but come on, man, what you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, your brother is a star wide receiver in the NFL. They're gonna see that Nacua on the back of that jersey, and that's gonna make him look bad. And then on top of this, Puka, man, what you doing, man?
Mm-hmm.
Even I didn't get to see the live, so I don't know the real context of it. But if all this is true, what you doing, man? All right, because I kept seeing up and down my timeline, oh, Puka Nacua ain't a good dude. Like, you can't be doing stuff like that, man. You play for a prominent team in LA. That's very, you know what I'm saying? That's LA, So you got to watch what you say, man. And, if you're talking trash about other teams, you better back it up. Because now you're not just putting yourself out there, you're putting your teammates out there. And you're going to put a target on your back, especially going into the playoffs. So hopefully Devontae Adams or somebody, Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, sit them down. Hey, you got to chill. And maybe you can sit down with your brother and tell him, hey, you need to chill. So all y'all need to chill.
Stop doing live streams with Aiden Ross. Yeah. Nothing good ever comes out of doing streams with Aiden Ross or the little kid with the glasses. Stay far away from them guys. You want to do one with Casanat, cool. We know what Casanat is. You want to do it with somebody else, fine. No one's telling you not to do live streams, but stay far away from the Cheezers and the Aiden Ross and homie with the glasses. They are just no good, man. Like, just stop. They're played out. They're getting old, and it's over. All right, next up, your favorite quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, was benched. With that move, the Dolphins' dead money hits for Tua Tagovailoa this offseason. Cut pre-June 1st is $99.2 million. Cut post-June 1st is $67.4 million. And traded is $45.2 million. He has $54 million of his salary guaranteed in 2026 already. What are your thoughts with them finally benching Tua, and what do you think the Dolphins should do their next steps with Tua?
Bro, y'all gonna have to pay the rest of that guaranteed money if you plan on trading him, because ain't no team gonna want to pay for that. Ain't no team gonna. You gonna have to get a low pick.
Or no pick at all. You gonna have to pay them to get the money out.
Maybe the Colts is stupid enough to do it, but
I don't know who will be stupid enough to do it. But
I'm just saying, maybe the Cardinals. I don't know. I'm just saying. You're gonna have to Russell Wilson this stuff like Denver did and count your losses and just eat that 90 mil and go get you a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And because I don't know if Mike McDaniels is gonna be back. Maybe they have to stick with Quinn Ewers if he plays really well in these last 3 games. Maybe you stick with him until next year, and then 2027, you're like, hey, I'll get a quarterback then. But you just got to count your losses with Tua. You should have never paid him in the first place.
Nah, yeah.
Bottom line, you should have never paid him in the first place. You should have made him prove it again the following year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I totally agree. Next up, we got more news out of David. He's being investigated for the death of Celeste Hernandez, the murder of Celeste Hernandez. VIA, the New York Post. David rented a Hollywood home, reportedly had a burn cage incinerator capable of burning at 1,600 degrees, according to a private detective hired by the property's owner. I do think that they did say that he is a suspect. I think they finally did say that he is a suspect in this murder. What are your? I don't know if you've been paying attention to it. Probably not. But what's your overall? What's your overall perception of him having a incinerator in his house that can burn up to 1,600 degrees?
Unless he burning up, unless he got a business doing this, that's suspect. That's suspect. Because if he ain't burning something that's part of his business, then he burning bodies.
Yeah.
He burning bodies.
He might not be the only person he's probably. he might be a serial killer for all we know. We'll see what's up. I'm sure this will be. I'm sure we'll get more details as it goes on. All right, next up, VIA Mary Kay Cabot. She covers the Browns. Gave a report saying the Browns will consider starting Deshaun Watson next season, even if they believe Shedeur Sanders is capable of leading the franchise forward. Quote, even if the Browns decide to roll with Sanders, he'll have to demonstrate throughout the offseason program that he's poised to win in 2026, or the Browns will consider starting Deshaun Watson until he's ready. What are your thoughts with that report, and what does this make the Browns look like if they decide to go this route?
I heard this way before she reported this, that when they said they were keeping Deshaun Watson next year, I figured this was a possibility, that he's making way too much money. I saw a graphic today. He'll be the highest paid quarterback next year.
Yeah.
He will be the highest paid. I think Patrick Mahomes is number 2 at $78 million.
That's yeah.
So
he hasn't played football in 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. So that tells you a lot right there. So I just think this is a money thing, and it depends on who's the coach. If they keep Kevin Stefanski, he damn sure will start Deshaun Watson over the Shedeur.
Who should take this job if they fired Kevin Stefanski?
I don't know.
Who should take?
Because if I'm a coach, I wouldn't take this job. It would have to be somebody young that has no choice. Like, man, I gotta take something.
If you're Myles Garrett, why are you still on this team? I know you got the money, but why are you still on this
I
team?
questioned that when he made this damn letter saying I'm leaving, and then comes back for the money.
If you should do Sanders, do you ask for a trade?
Or release me.
Yeah.
Release me. Let me go. It ain't gonna cost you nothing to let me go.
I thought our organization was bad. The Browns. I don't know what the Browns are doing. I have no idea. I really don't know.
It's a mess. It's a mess over there, man.
That's crazy. Next up, I kind of hinted at it a little bit earlier, but NBA Commissioner Adam Silver mentioned that the future expansion talks will reach a final decision in 2026. If the NBA indeed decides to expand, Las Vegas and Seattle are the confirmed destinations for future franchises. NBA owners will provide a firm answer on expansion in July. What are your thoughts with this? What do you think having an NBA in Las Vegas would mean? And do you think we'll eventually get?
Of course, it's not a if, it's a when. So definitely they're bringing the NBA team. They see the success with the Aces out here. They definitely want to bring an NBA team out here. So
yeah,
it's just more so when the ink dries and whoever the ownership team and the stadium and all that stuff. They've been, like you said earlier, they're making this a sports town.
Yeah,
got the baseball team coming out here soon, and then you definitely want to put NBA. And if they put NBA out here now, you got all sports out here. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to elevate UNLV. You know what I'm saying, with them. You know, the football team playing on the Allegiant Stadium. You got, they're trying to do some stuff with the basketball team. So, it's gonna confirm it more so with the NBA team. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they get a soccer team out here.
I think we already have a soccer team out here.
Oh, we do? Oh.
Yeah, I think we got I don't know if it's an MLS team, but we do got a soccer
That's
team.
What I mean, the MLS team. I wouldn't be surprised they bring a soccer team out.
Yeah, so we're getting a baseball team here soon. Yeah. Like it's going to happen.
And the World Cup will be out here soon too. So
hopefully they go through it and we could just finally get all 4 major league sports in here and just call it a day. Next up, VIA the Unguarded Pod. Fred VanVleet says Kawhi Leonard feels like he passed Kobe Bryant all time when he won his 2019 NBA championship with the Raptors. Look, I'm not going to say anything. People probably know I'll probably go on in a 35-minute rant, and that's not what we need right now because, brother, I'm not trying to be doing this for another 2 hours. So what are your thoughts with what Fred VanVleet said about what Kawhi Leonard feels like about him passing Kobe Bryant, winning that one championship?
It needs to be drug tested. This is ridiculous. Kawhi, listen, man. I get it. You won some championships, but man, my brother, you gotta relax. Better than Kobe? In what generation? In what world?
Yeah.
This is an alternate universe you speaking of? Because ain't no way in hell you're better than Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And no fact that nobody, you've never been brought up. Because if you're better than Kobe, then you're one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Like they talk, you bringing up Kobe. They talk about Kobe with LeBron and Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Abdul, Jabbar, like all of them. Yeah. Magic Johnson, like you ain't none of them.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't Shaq.
Yeah.
Like stop it. You ain't Tim Duncan. Cut it out. I can go on and on, buddy. You're a good player, but your availability hindered you from being one of the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear that. Maybe VanVleet is selling you out, but still.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, we're going to stick with the Unguarded Pod because Kevin Durant has made some comments about the All-Star game that I want you to listen to, and you give me your opinion on what you think on what he said.
Ain't no fixing. Come on, don't say that already. You cut that down in the Don't go. Say that because you didn't play last year, right? I played and it was bad. Yeah, that shit was bad. It was bad. It was like 4 games to 4. Yeah, they had the G League guys out there. You need to start trying. Was you on the team that played against the G League guys? Yeah, that was bad. The G League team out there. Not G League, the rookie sophomore. So this year is the World. I kind of like pushing the world because Olympics coming up. NBC is back involved. Peacock and Prime's been doing a great job this year, by the way. It's been good to watch from home. I've been doing a lot of fucking watching. It's been a good watch from home. But how can we get... I think I'm just going to start talking shit. But Brian said you ain't fucking with him. So what y'all going to do when y'all line it up? Brian said you can't fuck with him. You got to bust his ass. I don't even think that's going to work, bro. Like, I don't know. Do we have to wait for the old guys to retire? Because I believe... No. I believe that Ant, Shea, Victor... Luka and Joker kind of fuck it up. Don't put Ant there. No, but listen to me. There and tell me I'm going to shoot all left hand. I know, but listen, I feel like that's more of a case of like he watching y'all, though. Stop, Click. I feel like that, OG's the problem now. Yeah, I feel like if I'm just saying, if I'm Ant and I come to this motherfucking game and KD ain't on shit, I'm locked in every. First of all, okay, I'm just throwing you in there. Bron locked in every All-Star game. No, he's not. He's not out there shooting from half court. He's not locked in every All-Star game. He's not out there shooting. Yes, he's not out there shooting from half court. He's not out there playing the gimmick game, throwing left hand, shooting every shot left hand. I don't know where these dudes getting this from. Okay, I feel as though as a young guy, if KD, Bron, Steph, whoever else, so all right, y'all, come on, we finna lace him up. Let's get it. Like a really ball though. I'm blaming Steph's fault. It's Steph's fault because he come out there. They blame half court, bro. They blame you, Steph. That shoot from half court, bro. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm blaming him for the All-Star game because he come out shooting from half. He making it. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm blaming Dame too. Okay, this is this is the real game.
So he blamed Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard because of how they play. Do you agree or disagree with what Kevin Durant said?
We're gonna fix the All-Star game.
I don't blame Steph Curry. I don't blame Dame Lillard. I blame, if anything, I blame all y'all. Y'all all hold a piece in this because, and I agree, the OGs, they gotta hold this, man, because they followed y'all. I've always blamed LeBron for the dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was the one that said, nah, I don't have to do it. And then everybody else was like, well, I got to protect my brand because LeBron is protecting his brand.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lose because if I lose, I'm going to lose sponsorships. I'm going to lose deals. I'm going to lose this. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Superstars have lost the dunk contest. Michael Jordan didn't win every dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we talking about, man? Like, look, if y'all don't want to do this, then scrap it. Just scrap the All-Star. Just get recognized as an All-Star. Do a little ceremony or whatever. These are the All-Stars of this year. And then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously y'all don't have the passion for it no more. Because this was supposed to be, the All-Star game is supposed to be for the fans, dog. This is a celebration of the season of you guys being All-Stars. Y'all the greatest players. Let's put the greatest players on the court and see them play each other, East versus West. Man, when I was in high school, when I was even younger, the All-Star game was the lick.
Yeah,
that was the antithesis of the NBA season. I can't wait for the All-Star weekend, the dunk contest, the three-point shootout, and then we ended off with the best players playing each other on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like y'all just make excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Why? Oh, they a bunch of finger pointing. Oh, this dude is the reason why. Ain't y'all some grown ass men?
Yeah.
All it takes is one of y'all to say, "Hey, man, I'm playing hard this year."
Mm-hmm.
You can fuck around if you want to. Hey, LeBron, I'm gonna bust your ass this year. I'm play around if you want. I'm putting 35 on you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Steph, I'm putting 35 on you tonight. Fuck around if you want to. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm talking, man, and leading up to it, I'm on social media talking trash all day on live streams. Hey, LeBron don't want to see me. Steph and them, they don't care. So I'm gonna bust their ass tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it takes just a few of y'all talking trash. If the whole West is talking trash to the East, all them dudes are lame. They weak. They don't care about All-Star break, but we gonna show them. Like, nobody cares no more. Nobody wants that dog. They don't have that fire for it.
Yeah.
Don't you want to put on for your fans? These people take they checks, hey, hard on money that they earn at a 9 to 5 to come see y'all play. They bring in their sons, their daughters, they look up to y'all. That hopefully maybe some of them want to be the next you or play against you in 10 years. Some of these kids might be playing against Ant. You know what I'm saying? Some of these kids might be playing against Shay. And it's like, man, I remember All-Star 2026. Man, you put 27 up, you put 30 up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that dunk you did on Anthony Edwards. Like, nobody, like, it's like they don't care anymore. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about these kids no more, because that's really what it's about. These young kids, they come to see their favorite players. That's why we've had these conversations about load management. I'm bringing my son and my daughter to come see you play. Hell, at least I could bring my daughter to a WNBA game because I know they ain't load managing.
Yeah.
And I can bring them to the All-Star game because I know they're going to play.
Yeah, they play hard in that. They play hard in that. Yeah.
I know they're going to play in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, my daughter, cool. But my son, unfortunately, I can't promise him that Shea and all them and KD and LeBron is going to play hard in this All-Star game because they don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I can't promise you that the dunk contest is going to be good this year, son. I'm sorry. Because none of the superstars want to dunk anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe the 3-point shootout is still a little bit viable because those dudes they still, the stars still show up for that. But, and that's because the game is now towards that. So it's like, I can shoot threes. If I'm Steph, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but outside of that, it's just like none of these dudes care anymore. So it's like, if they don't care no more, scrap it. Just scrap it. I get it. It's big money, it's big business. A lot of like State Farm and Pizza Hut and whatever business that you get, Coca-Cola, they pay for those spots because that's big business and that's big money. And that's really, really, when it comes to it, some of these All-Stars, Super Bowl, all that shit, it's about these companies, getting their shit out there and making money or whatever. But still, if the product is bad, who cares?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like you was arguing with Bug. It's like, I get it. Yeah, motherfuckers get hurt. Then if y'all so scared about getting hurt, then scrap it. Just scrap it.
Yeah. I made my point very clear with Bug. I'm sure we will revisit that next time that brother comes on. I truly enjoyed that conversation, but I'll leave it then. All right, next up, we got a couple more. Next up, a woman, she went a little viral, questioning the disappearance of positive Black TV shows. I'm going to play this little clip where she was talking about it and get your opinion.
Why, as a Black person, I can't turn on the TV and find not one single show that portrays my community in a positive light? We used to have Martin. We had Living Single. We had Sister. We had all that. We had a different world where Black people was at college. We could see that on the Cosby Show, this Black man is a doctor, so I can go be a doctor if I want to. Carl Winslow was a police officer. I could go be a police officer if I want to. We don't have not a single show that portrays us in a positive light. The whole Power Book series is so good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a very good series. It's very interesting. The storyline is great. But in all of them, we drug dealers and murderers. It ain't a single show. A little Black girl can't turn on the TV and see a mama and a daddy in a household thriving. It's either us doing something that's bad or it's reality TV, which is just showing Black women fight other Black women over nothing, like men. We even had cartoons like The Proud Family. We had That's So Raven. We had stuff that portrays the Black community in a positive light. We don't have that anymore. And it's a certain aura that you get when you watch stuff like that. Like, dang, I wish I was around during those times. But now when you turn on the TV, it is not a single show that you can go to that is portraying Black people in a positive way. Even Tyler Perry can't get it together. That's crazy. Little Black girls is turning on the TV and admiring BBLs and lace fronts fighting over men. And a lot of y'all gonna cancel me because y'all watch that stuff. And No tea, no shade. My little sister watch it. I hate that stuff. My mama watch it. It's the black community. It's nothing else on TV. If you ain't watching sports or you ain't going back and watching 1,000 reruns of Living Single and Martin and stuff like I do, it's really nothing positive feeding the black community on TV anymore. And that is a whole nother agenda. That is crazy. I never thought you used to turn on the TV and it'd be a bunch of different good black shows.
So that was her talking about them not being a lot of black TV shows representing our community in a great light. What's your thoughts with what she's had to say?
I do agree with her. I think the thing about it is that times have changed, and just family period, but really black families. I'm sure you could speak to this, Maul, even though you're a little younger than me, but still, you kind of grew up in the same time as me. We used to sit at the table with our parents and eat dinner and watch TV, you know what I'm saying, as a family. And so the people used to make family more shows geared towards that, because in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, families used to sit at the table. Your moms or your pops would cook dinner, you know what I'm saying, to turn TV on, and y'all would watch the Cosbys, or you watch Martin, you watch Living Single, you watch all those shows coming up, you know what I'm saying. And back then we didn't have the choice of watching Netflix and watching Hulu and watching, you can pick and choose when you want to watch the show. And nowadays families don't just, I'm not speaking for every family, but most families don't sit at the table and have family dinner with each other unless it's a special occasion. Thanksgiving, Christmas, something like that, birthday, something. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's sitting at the table as a family and saying, hey, we watching TV together, we watching these shows together. You know what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately, and then reality TV, it kind of messed it up. It really did, because now that's what they portray to us. Housewives of whatever, you know what I'm saying? And the sad thing about housewives is it's a bunch of older women. It's not just young women that's doing it. I know we like to pinpoint, the young generation. No, the housewives, them women are like 40 and up, and they fighting, beating each other up, going at each other. And it ain't even just about men. It's just, they just hate each other over stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And then I agree with her. Tyler Perry, that man, ever since he got a little bit, but like his rise has changed. He went from Medea and trying to send a message, whatever, through his plays and all that. And then he went to Hollywood, and it was kind of the same thing. And then all of a sudden, he just started deviating to the left. And now every show is about a family, and look, I'm not saying families are perfect. We all have toxic shit going on in our family or whatever, but damn, everything is toxic. Man, got not one family. We can't do a Cosby type show. We can't show a family that's successful and everybody's positive and everything is cool. Like, they deal with real life situations, but everything got to be to the extreme.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with her, man. There is no real positive black shows on there, because the Netflix and all that stuff, we could pick and choose when we want to watch TV. TV is not as prevalent as it used to be. So you're not gonna get the shows that come on Friday or Wednesday or whatever. It's Martin, Living Single, they used to come on back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to watch Family Matters, you know what I'm saying? And all that, you used to, all that. We grew up on all that, you know what I'm saying? Like Kenan and Kel and stuff like that. They don't do shows like that no more. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, man.
Nah, like, I agree with you. I think in the sense of Hollywood has changed. I would say I've heard a lot of great things about that Bel Air show. A lot of people really did tune into that, and we're really pleased by the representation of that. I think movie wise, I think we've hit a really good spot with it's maybe not the same tier. Like I think black comedy movies have disappeared in a sense, but
Yeah.
I think we still get some prideful movies. Like I think Ryan Coogler has done a really great job in representing that. He's one of our top directors. I'm sure there's others with that as well. I just think Hollywood's in just a different spot, different space. Like I agree with you. Reality TV kind of killed it in a sense by just the representation of us seeing live events of just turmoil. We all know that violence and destruction is the number one viewpoint for a lot of people. I agree. We do not have cartoons anymore that hit the same as they once were. Back in, especially in our childhood, we had a lot. I think the last great black art animated show to me was probably Boondocks. You know what I mean? I would probably say that Boondocks, Afro Samurai, Proud Family, stuff like that. We just don't get that no more. I think the creativity is just kind of gone, or just there's no money for that to be installed. You got to get a lot of stuff greenlit. And honestly, a lot of our black stuff is on Tubi, which is turned out to be the laughing stock of Hollywood at this point. You know what I mean? A lot of black stuff is on Tubi. But as far as like mainstreaming, we don't really get the opportunity for that no more. I think we need to hopefully. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I know they're trying to bring back a different world.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna bring back a new generation of different world where Dwayne and Whitney's I think their daughter goes to Hillman, and I think that's gonna be like the story, and that's cool if they can take it to this generation and bring it home to these kids, but don't make it so ratchet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to put ratchet stuff on every black. I know that in reality there is that, you're gonna run into that in everyday life, but it don't have to be so extreme. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a TV show, and TV, you kind of gonna have to go over the top a little bit because TV shows kind of dwell into that. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's just like it should be a healthy balance. Because we're not gonna sit here and act like there wasn't bullshit when we were growing up. There were ratchet shit when we was growing up too, but it was a healthy balance.
Yeah, you had the bullshit with the learning educational part. Like Family Matters was no different. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, Parenthood, like they had their funny moments, but it also came with a message. And I think there's a lot of people who just don't take shit serious no more. Like everything's a joke. Even when serious situation happens, the first thing you see on timelines and when anybody speaks is they joke about the situation. They don't know how to internalize. They don't know how to look in the mirror. They don't know how to self-reflect and self-medicate who they are and the issues that they have. You know what I mean? We have younger and younger parents as we go. We have young parents trying to be grandfathers and teach grandbabies how to like Michael Irvin was correct. We're losing recipes, dog. We're losing recipes. And it's like we got to kind of reestablish what we got on. You kind of see it within the music world where everything just turned into the same repetitive sound, the same repetitive message over and over again with ratchetability, being being gangster, drill music, all this type of stuff. Like we finally feel like we're starting to get some substance back with the music, but we're starting to see, and it's gonna take time. Everything is a rotational door. Like we're always gonna have phases with stuff, and stuff is gonna phase in and phase out. So hopefully we're heading back in the trend where we can get back to what we used to be great at. But I agree with her. Right now, there's just nothing that is really there that shows Black people in a great light. And that's just the reality of the situation. I agree with her. Power and all these other shows, they're really, really great shows. Snowfall, all that stuff. Amazing, amazing shows. No disrespect for any director who did it, any artist that did anything, actor, actress, whoever the case. Those were some great, great shows. But when are we going to start getting the other stuff? We're going to go start getting and I agree. I think Tyler Perry fucked up Black entertainment. I really do, because his shit is really the same. It's about Black family turmoil who can't keep their dick in the pants, who always has some issues, who is always conflict and violence and betrayal. So it just shows within our community, we can't even get along with each other. So why would anybody want to trust us in our situations? And I get it. You don't always want to be art imitates life type of situation, but that is the reality. People don't understand our culture and they look at our shit and we are the most copied. We are the most plagiarized. We are the most reciprocated culture ever. So when they try to learn us and we show the ignorant side of us, that's what they're going to believe. Am I saying this right? No, it's completely 100% wrong because I know our culture and how deep it is. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you even got the conversations with Africans talking about how American black culture ain't shit. Like, we don't have no culture out here in America. It doesn't compare to black culture in Africa, African culture, which is a complete joke. You know what I mean? We got the Renaissance era, we got jazz, we got hip hop, we got the food that we cook, the styles that we wear. That is a culture.
Yeah.
So we even got people in our homeland who don't even believe in black American culture. That says a lot of the issues.
It's funny you said that. I saw two American black man having that conversation with an African black dude, and he was like, "Oh, I don't feel like there's any culture out here." And he was like, "That's not true." He said same thing you just said, that we have culture and all that stuff. He was like, he said, it's funny how Africans always look at us like this, but he was like, when we was in slavery, not one warship showed up from Africa to come get us. You know what I'm saying? So y'all try to look down on us, but y'all didn't come get us to come save us from this bullshit. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I agree with you, man. I think that we are the most copied. We are. I saw something earlier this week where they said that, because I'm dating myself, but all my people who used to get on Black Planet, you know what I'm saying? They said the people from MySpace copied the motto of Black Planet to make MySpace.
I believe that. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Because honestly, the real talk, nothing ever becomes a trend until black people touch it and make it a trend. That is the reality. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Again, I think movie-wise, I think we've done a great job. I just think TV show-wise, I think we can do some work. And I think we'll get there. I think there's a lot of brilliant minds out there. I think there's a lot of creative minds, young minds who are getting in the Hollywood scene that I think we'll get to that realm. I really truly believe that. We just got too many smart young black people and educated black people that will not, I can't see it not happening. So I love this conversation. I love this conversation. If anybody else got thoughts, please add in the chat or send us a message.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then finally, we got some news over this week that a great is finally retiring from the sport of boxing. Terrence Crawford announced earlier this week that he's walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. Pound for pound, 3-time undisputed, 5-division champion, 4-time lineal champion, BWAA Fighter of the Year, 2-time ESPY Award winner. 3-part question. Number one, do you think this will be his true retirement? Do you think he come back? 2, what's your overall perception of his career? And 3, where would you rank him amongst the all-time greats?
The first part, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because honestly, I don't think there's anybody else for him to fight. Once he beat Canelo, I just think that was the final boss. That was
especially the fashion that he did it in.
Yeah, I think that was the final boss. I don't think there's anybody else. You know what I'm saying? If he had stayed at 154 and fought somebody, then I'd be like, all right, there's some few guys in there he could have fought. But I don't think he should, you know what I'm saying, go back down to 154 or whatever. So you beat the final boss at 168. The second part, what's the second part again? Oh, his career.
His overall perception of his career. Yeah.
It's kind of a layered question because he fell into the issue of when they started doing this whole PBC versus Top Rank and he's across the street, so he hasn't fought anybody, so he's not over here with us. It always looked like they always try to alienate Crawford because he was with Bob Arum. And do I blame Bob Arum a little bit for this too? I do, because I think that he didn't allow him to fight certain people that he should have been fighting. I don't think it was on Crawford. We all know Crawford would fight anybody that he felt like is a stepping to get to where he needed to go. But it was always that was the conversation, and PBC, Errol Spence was doing his thing, and it was almost to a point where Crawford almost was going to end up like Andre Ward to me, where Andre Ward was one of the greatest fighters of his generation, but unfortunately, because the layoff, he had a long layoff because he had issues with his team, his management, whatever, and then finally he got back in the ring, and he was doing his thing. And he's one of the greatest that nobody really speaks of because he didn't get that big notoriety that he should have got. He didn't get that big fight to showcase, oh, this is Andre Ward. But when he got that Errol Spence fight, it really showcased him. Because remember, we saw it going into that fight. Everybody thought Errol Spence was going to demolish Crawford. Oh, he's too small. He's this. Oh, he hasn't fought nobody. Who has he fought? Errol Spence. He had a nice resume. He did. And we, as Errol Spence fans, we knew that. But me and you stayed firm. Like, you just see it. We talked about it earlier when we talk about scouting certain players or whatever. You see it in a boxer, man. You just know when that dude has that thing about him. He had that killer instinct. He could knock you out. He could play. He could fight with both hands. He could, southpaw or, orthodox. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do it all. You know what I'm saying? He was fast enough. He had the jack. He had everything. Yeah. You just saw it in Crawford. And I saw it in Crawford. Like, this dude is just different. And so I'm always going to put him. I said it on my Twitter. I said he is the greatest of his generation, of his era. And I think he is one of the all-time GOATs of all time. I do. I think you have to put him up there because he's just he after what he did to Canelo is just, and I know people are going to say, oh, well, Canelo's on it. But still, even in that fight, people were like, oh, he's too small. He's going to get beat up, blah, blah, blah. And he made Canelo look regular. Yeah. And that's what he's done. He's made some of your greats look regular to a point to where y'all made so many excuses for Errol Spence. Oh, he doesn't look right. Oh, he had the car accident. Oh, none of y'all was saying that before that fight. It was, Errol Spence is going to knock this dude out. He's going to beat him up. His body too small, blah, blah, blah. But then when the fight happened, Errol Spence didn't look right. Oh, he had this and he had that. I don't think he was focused for the fight. Nah, I don't want to hear that. That's just how great he is. Sometimes dudes just make other great fighters look regular. Period. And that's what Crawford is. And I just think that anybody he would have fought, you know what I'm saying? He would have made him look regular. Charlo, he'd have made Charlo look regular. And Charlo, he was good at 154, but he would have made Charlo look regular. You saw how Charlo looked against Canelo. Yeah. He was scared of Canelo. He didn't want to get hit. So he would have made him look, he would have made everybody at 154 look regular. I think he would have made everybody at 160 look regular. He would have made everybody look regular. That's just how great he is, man. Yeah. I would have loved to see Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather in their prime. I think that would have been a marquee great. That would have been one of the greatest fights of all time. Easily. That chess match would have been one of the greatest of all time. Exactly. The two fighters that made Canelo look regular. That fight, that would have been a chess match, and I would have loved to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I think they were just generations away from each other. But still, I just think that would have been a great fight had that ever happened. But, man, Crawford, you have nothing to prove. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. You ain't got to prove nothing to me. I ain't trying to speak for him all, but I'm pretty sure he feels the same way. Ain't got to prove nothing. Me, him, nobody. And all the haters, shut up, De La Hoya. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Oh, he's only famous because Alpha 2 fight De La Hoya. Shut up. Shut up. He would have whooped your ass too.
Whooped your ass too. Yeah, like, bro, he would have whooped the panties off your ass.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. Let's be real.
Whooped your ass too. He probably would have knocked you out. So
nah.
So I don't want to hear nothing about we ain't accepting no slander on Crawford's name. He's one of the greatest of all times. He's up there with the Alis. He's up there with the Riddick Bowe, all them.
He's up there with the Mayweathers. He's up there with
Mayweathers, all of them. You name them, Sugar Ray Leonard,
Sugar Ray Leonard, all that.
Sugar Ray Robinson, all of them. You know what I'm saying?
All of them.
And I think he would translate it to all eras. All eras. You put Crawford in there with Marvin Hagler and all them.
Would have been amazing.
He would have translated his game. Would have translated
all them stuff.
Yeah,
man.
he would have Roberto.
Imagine a Sugar Ray Terrence Crawford fight.
Right. Sugar Ray and Marvin Hagler probably would have been.
Pernell Whitaker versus Terrence Crawford.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like he would have translated to all. I think he's up there with the Roy Jones. He's up there with them.
He is.
He is up there.
He is.
As far as ranking goes, I don't know. I'm gonna say he's top 10 for sure. Top 10 for sure. I would have to like really sit down and do.
Yeah, I got to. We can really sit down. I think he's easily top 10. I think you can make the conversations for
top 5. Yeah,
top 5.
You can.
I think you can easily make the conversation for top 5. That's something we got to do. I think we'll take some time. Hopefully, we'll make that the end of the year one. We'll do that at the end of the year. We'll rank where we think Terrence Crawford.
Maybe I'll get Bug involved.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe Bug can come in at the end of the year. We can continue our conversation. Bug, if you're listening, my brother, let's make that happen. Let's do an end of the year show. Let's send off this year popping, man. But I'll say this about Terrence Crawford real quick. I want to congratulate Terrence Crawford for a hell of a career. If you see this, my brother, we are truly proud. We are big fans of yours. Hopefully I will get the opportunity to, speak to you one day. We would love to have a conversation with you and just dive deep into your career and the history of yourself. You need to be celebrated. I know Nebraska is very proud of you. We are very proud of you. It's sad that we're never going to see you in the ring. Obviously, if you choose to change your mind, you have that right, and we will be truly excited to see that. But if not, it will be sad to not see you in that ring because you were a true superstar. And we wish you the best, my brother, and congratulations to your future, man. You well deserved, man. You are the true champ, and I'm glad you get to walk out on your terms.
I do have a question for you. Because I do think that there was a correlation with him retiring because old boy popped for that the juicing, the Genevieve dude who fought Laura, who was supposed to fight Laura. Mm-hmm. And I do think that whoever won that fight, I do think that what's the name is going to fight either one of them. Do you think Canelo tries to go back to get those belts?
Why wouldn't he? I think at the end of the day, you got vacant belts right there. Canelo, he still has how many more fights on his big time contract that he needs to do? What, like 3 more or something like that? I don't know. But obviously he's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm gonna be curious to see the direction that he wants to go. I was reading on reports that he was going to bypass Cinco de Mayo to focus on the Terrence Crawford fight in September, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I'm sure honestly, Canelo's going to try to convince Crawford to do that fight because I really think he wants that, because I think he wants to kind of rehabilitate his legacy, even though I think Canelo has his legacy already delivered. But I think he's a Hall of Famer, but I think it's more of the perception of how he got defeated. It's kind of the same as Errol Spence. It's just that the difference is Canelo wants the rematch real quick. Errol Spence had to go on a hiatus and think about life and reassess what he wants to do. And I think he's still in that process. Yeah, I would do it. I don't know who he fights though. Like, I don't know who Canelo fights that's going to interest me. If it's not a rematch with Terrence Crawford, if it's not Benavidez, if it's not a Bivol fight or something like that, then who is he going to fight?
He'll fight that. He'll fight that one dude.
Who?
The one dude, the dude from Saudi.
Does that float your boat? I don't know. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, he did.
For me, like, yeah, for him, all right, go for it. That's fine, because you can probably make that into a mega fight in the Middle East for Saudi, which I'm sure that's what they want. I think eventually that was kind of the whole plan anyway, to have him fight Canelo. Yeah, and then and hopefully he wins that.
Because I will say this: if he beats Canelo, now he's a superstar.
No, it's true. I think that's what the whole plan is. But again, though, but you gotta get up to that. You know what I mean? I think that guy still has to do a little bit more for him to even deserve that opportunity for me. because it's like
I think
he's kind of
trying
like it's like he looks like an industry plant to me. You know what I mean? Because he just came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like
I think they're trying to set him and Caleb Smith up. I do. I think they're trying to set him. I could be wrong, but
again, like, is any of these fights really gonna float my boat? It's really not. Like I'm a lover of boxing, so I was still tuning in just because, you know, I love the sport of boxing. But the reality is that gonna really excite the boxing world? No, it's not. It's not. Maybe the Middle East it would, but it's not gonna do anything. At the end of the day, Canelo needs to really figure out what he wants to do. I think he needs. I don't know if that fight with Benavidez, if he will be doing that. I don't know if Benavidez even wants to consider doing that anymore because of where he's at in his career. I think you know what, Benavidez will still take that fight. If Canelo called him today, I think he takes that fight. I think he would take that fight. But will that happen? I don't think it will ever happen. I don't know. I'm curious. We'll see. I think eventually you might get another Canelo Bivol fight or something like that. I think we'll end up seeing another situation like that. I don't know. I don't want to see it, but there's not too many big fights left for Canelo. He's not moving down. He's not moving up. Like, he's just going to stay where he's at anyway. So unless if Boots moves up and, you know, he works himself up into being able to get to that point, that could be a potential fight in maybe 2 years or something like that. I can't see that, but you know,
2 years later, Canelo.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just the timeline really doesn't fit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
I think he's another one that need to
fight. Unless Errol decides to try to go up weight. I don't know. Would you want to see Errol Spence Canelo fight?
I gotta see Errol fight.
Me too. Is he go out like Errol? What you doing, brother? We want to see you fight. Are you gonna fight or not? Are you gonna take the fight that's before you or not? I don't care if it gets Plant. I don't give a fuck if it's against Charlo. Just do something, brother. We just want to see.
I'm at this point. Look, man, dude, and I didn't even know dude had a fight the other day. Me and Boog was kind of joking about this on X the other day. But hell, if you gotta take a little fight, little entry fight at 154, go fight Tim Tszyu. Go fight Tim Tszyu. Beat Tim Tszyu up. You know what I'm saying? Get your shit up.
Back. Just get your confidence.
I know you probably don't want to see this fight, brother, but fuck it. Go beat up Keith Thurman. Go beat his ass.
But here's the thing, though. I'm not a fan of Keith Thurman. I'm a fan of Errol Spence. So if Errol Spence is fighting Keith Thurman, I'm going to watch Errol Spence. Like, that is the reality of the situation. I want to see him come back. Like, Terrence Crawford isn't there no more. That fight is done. That's part of the history. It's over. It's cool. It's whatever. It happened what happened. Just get back in the ring, brother. I think he still has a lot left. I think he still has love for the game. I don't know what is the hesitancy of it. I don't know if he's trying to find the perfect matchup. I don't know what it is. But just do something, brother, because low-key, we need you, guys. We need you a little bit. You know what I mean?
My dream is he gets his shit, bro, right? And then
we get Boots and Arrow.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want Boots and Arrow.
That's really what
I want. Boots and Arrow because low-key, it can't get Terrence Crawford, but you know, he's kind of like, I hate to say it, but he's not a wannabe, but he's like a Terrence Crawford reincarnation in the sense, in a little bit. I'm not saying he's on the same level as Terrence Crawford, but you know what I mean.
I agree. Like if he gets some W's, like let's say that
could be a super fight. Him and Boots could be a super fight if he can get back in check.
If you fight, okay, let's say he fights either Tim Tszyu or Keith Thurman or maybe even Fedor. You know what I'm saying? He beats up Fedor and then
yeah.
He back. You know what I'm saying? He back.
Yeah, he back. So I don't think it'll take too much. I think people will give Errol the benefit of the doubt. People still love Errol, man. People still love Errol. People still want to see Errol succeed. Even us, we rooted for Crawford in that fight. But we still are big Errol Spence fans, man. Like that will never change, man. He still got a strong fan base. I think he could still sell out Dallas Cowboys Stadium if he were to fight now. I think he still could. People still love him in that area.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's do our NFL Week 16 picks.
Man, 2 more weeks after this.
I don't know, man.
I would have to get two matches next year any longer, and I think the window will be closed. I agree. He has to do something this year. If he doesn't do anything this year, it's over.
Yeah, you need to just drop it. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off tomorrow. We got a big NFC West matchup. This is probably we got the Rams traveling to the Seahawks. A big matchup. I know Devontae Adams not playing. But this is still should be a good matchup. Seahawks coming off of a win, but it was a kind of a win, you know what I'm saying, over the Colts, Phillip Rivers coaching. But like I said, I still think that the Seahawks was kind of looking ahead a little bit. They knew they had the Rams on the horizon. Rams coming off a big win over the Lions. Look, man, I think it's going to be a close game because all them NFC West games are always close. They always come down to the wire. So I'm going to go with the Rams winning 27-24, walk-off field goal.
Yeah, I'm praying to the football guys that Jackson Smith and Jigba does nothing tomorrow because I'm going up against him in my fantasy, and he's a scary human being. But in all seriousness, though, I just don't trust Sam Darnold, man. Even at home, I just don't trust Sam Darnold. I got to kind of see it to believe it. I do trust this Rams team, even though I do think Puka Nacua has put a lot of bad juju on this team with some of the stuff that he has done. And then obviously you got that Devontae Adams injury that is scary. I know they were kind of saying that he's a game time decision. I don't understand that. Just sit him out for the rest of the year. Like, you guys are going to make the playoffs. Obviously, I know you're trying to get the number 1 seed, but I think the more important thing is to have Devontae Adams at full go for the playoffs. But I'm gonna take the Rams. I think they do win a close one. I'm gonna go 23-20, walk-off field goal.
For sure. You got the Eagles traveling to Washington to face the Commanders. Look, man, I know Marcus Mariota has played pretty solid. They beat the Giants. I actually thought the Giants were going to win that game, but the Marcus Mariota played pretty well in that game. But I just think the Eagles defense is going to give them some problems. I think they coming off the win over the Raiders. I think they're kind of rejuvenated, a little juiced up. I think they're going to take that into this game. And I'm going with the Eagles 31-3.
No, I agree. I just think the Commanders are just they threw up the white flag with the season. They did the smart play by sitting Jaden Daniels out for the rest of the year, let his body recover, let his brain recover. I think the Eagles got back to what they've been good at. Obviously, it was against my Raiders. Get back to the running game, get the play action pass. Build that confidence back up within that O-line, that running game. Jalen Hurts. You still were able to get Devontae Smith involved. You're still able to get A.J. Brown involved. You got Dallas Goedert involved. It's kind of like you were able to get everybody to touch the ball to make it feel like they had an impact on the game. And I think that's what the Eagles offense needs. And I think they're heading in a great spot because you're playing 2 bad teams back to back. That's going to build your confidence, head you in a good flow. So when you get ready to play more tougher competition, I think they'll be ready. I think this is an easy win for the Philadelphia Eagles. I could see them winning like a 31-14 type of game.
You got an NFC North matchup. They played like a couple weeks ago. Packers end up winning. I got you got the Packers going against the Bears in Chicago. I'm gonna go with the Bears in this one. No Michael Parsons. He's out for the season with an ACL tear. Christian Watson, he got hurt. He's out. So I'm gonna take the Bears. I got the Bears winning 24-21.
No, I agree. I think that game, especially in the second half, the Bears played really well. I think with Josh Jacobs dealing with knee injuries, Christian Watson being gone, Michael Parsons being out for the rest of the year, you lose your pressure that you were able to get on Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is going to kind of have a field day. He still has that escapability that is kind of magical in a sense of what he's able to do. Some of the throws he's done has been, I think at least 4 or 5 throws that he's done this year have to be top 10 as far as like throws made this year. And then Jordan Love is good for an interception, and this defense is very opportunistic. So I'm gonna go with the Bears. I'm gonna go. Let's go 28-20.
You got the Chiefs. My Chiefs are traveling to Tennessee to face the Titans. Patrick Mahomes is out for the season with an ACL tear. Titans, we all know what they represent. They're not a good team this year. I don't know what to expect from this game. I really don't. Yeah, Gardner Minshew out there, and you got a CVS receipt list of injuries of players. I don't know if Rashid Rice is playing. I don't think Thornton's playing. All day, none of these dudes is playing. So I don't know what to expect. but I'm just gonna bank on the Titans are bad. I'm gonna go Chiefs 17-14.
Yeah, I agree with you. This one's tough. It's tough, but I think the Titans have been playing pretty good as of late. They haven't won games, but they've played pretty good. I just think that the Chiefs are a defeated team right now. I just think they're a tired, defeated team, especially losing their team leader and Patrick Mahomes. The only light would be maybe playing hard for Travis Kelce if they know this is his final year and try to at least win out for him. So I think they could probably play with some pride. I'm gonna still take it. I think your Chiefs win this game. I think it is close. But I could see them, kind of start just feeding Travis Kelce, getting him the rock, you know what I mean, and trying to get him out on the swan song, at least win his last couple games if this is truly his last season. So I'm gonna go with y'all. I'm gonna go. Let's go 21-14 Chiefs.
You got the Jets traveling to the Saints. New Orleans coming off of 2 back-to-back wins over division games. Jets not looking too good, especially last week. I think they played Jacksonville. Look, I'm going to go with Saints. I just think that they're kind of got a little momentum going. I think Tyler Shook has been playing pretty well these past few games, and I think that's not going to change. I got them winning 20-10.
Nah, I agree with you. I just think the Saints, they're playing hard. They're playing some hard football. I think Kellen Moore is doing a steady job. Like, I know their record doesn't really say much, but I think at the end of the day, they're playing really hard. Tyler Shook, he's made some throws that make you kind of think like, maybe he could, be a consistent starting quarterback. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. Let's go 23-16.
You got the Buffalo Bills traveling to the Browns. The Buffalo Bills coming off a big win over the New England Patriots. The Browns coming off a tough loss to the Chicago Bears. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills kind of deflate after coming up that big win against New England, and they're playing in that cold. I think that the Browns defense can give them a little bit of issues. I think this game is going to be closer than what people think it is. But I still got the Bills winning. I think they squeak it out at the end. I think Josh Allen has like a big run, or James Cook maybe get one or whatever. But I got the Bills winning 21-17.
This just smells like a Bills flatline. Like, I think Myles Garrett breaks the record this weekend. And what better way to break it with a sack against Josh Allen? You know what I mean? Probably the best quarterback going right now. I'm gonna go with upset. I think the Browns win. I think Shedeur Sanders has a better bounce back game. I think they get some energy off of Myles Garrett and those sacks. And I'm gonna go close. Let's go 24-23. Cleveland Browns.
Okay. You got the Chargers traveling to the Cowboys. The Chargers coming off a win over the Chiefs. The Cowboys coming off a loss to the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if the Cowboys playoff window is still open. I know the Chargers are trying to
I don't think so. If it is, it's very small.
It's small, right? I think the Chargers are still trying to keep pace with Denver. I think there's a possibility they still can win the AFC West. And look, I don't think this Chargers offense has looked particularly great. Like, they didn't look good these past 2 weeks at all. And the Cowboys, they're so inconsistent. 1 minute their offense looks like one of the best offenses in the world, and then the next minute they look mid. Is best way to describe it. I'm gonna go with the Chargers in this game. I think they win. I just think the Chargers are coming in with the better defense. I think this defense the Chargers has been playing really well, especially since they've been healthy. And I got the Chargers winning 28-24.
Yeah, no, I agree with Mark. I think that secondary against Lamb and Pickens will definitely be intriguing. I just think the Chargers have the best unit on the field, and that's that defense. Omarion Hampton, I think he's starting to, he's been finding his groove a little bit. The explosiveness on him coming off that, fractured ankle and stuff like that. I think eventually this offense will start getting rolling a little bit more. As I think he's still Herbert with his left hand, the gripping of the ball. I think it's just still kind of tough. He's pretty much just holding that ball with his right hand at this particular time. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I just think they're the more mentally tough team. Let's go 30-28.
Okay. You got the Vikings traveling to the New York Giants. The Vikings coming off a win over the Cowboys. Giants coming off a loss to the Commanders. Look, I don't really know what to expect in this game. The Vikings could very well win this game, and they can very well lose this game. So, I'm gonna go Vikings win 20-17.
I'm just praying that they can find a way to get Justin Jefferson the ball for my fantasy purposes. That's the only thing I really care about this game. Like, I hope, like, he hasn't gotten over 2 receptions, I think, the last 4 weeks. I don't think he sniffed over 30 yards. Like, just feed it to Justin Jefferson, please. I'm hoping the Vikings win like 45-3. And it's just Justin Jefferson having a breakout 4 TD game. That's what I want. That's what I'm praying for.
Yeah, we got a NFC South matchup. This is pretty much for the division. The Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers is traveling to the Carolina Panthers. Both of them coming off a disappointing loss to division rivals and Saints and Falcons. I really don't know what to make of this game. I know Carolina plays a lot better when they're at home rather than on the road. I'm only going by this because, it supports my narrative that they're going to make the playoffs this year. I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers winning 35-31.
Man, I was on the Carolina Panthers making the playoffs thing too, huh? The thing about the Panthers, they piss me off, man, because it's like you look good, you have an impressive win, you lay the egg against the Saints, and it's just like, man. But then they'll play up to the competition. So I could see a situation especially with them being at home, the inconsistencies with the Bucs, that the Carolina Panthers win this game. Again, for fantasy purposes, during goal line, give Bucky over the ball, man. Get Bucky over the ball, or I will personally send an email for your firing person. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina. I'm gonna stick with my pick that they make the playoffs. Let's go 27-24.
So you got the Bengals traveling to the Dolphins. Bengals coming off of a terrible loss to the Ravens, ultimately ending their season. The Dolphins coming off a loss to the Steelers, and Tua has been benched. We will be getting Quinn Ewers making the start. You got Joe Burrow once again thinking about going to other teams. Man, I don't know what to make of this game, man, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals 35-24.
I don't know, man. I really don't know, because Burrow looked depressed. He don't look like he liked playing football right now. That offense looked putrid. I guess, and then I don't know what Quinn Ewers is going to be like. I'm going to go with the Bengals reluctantly, but I don't know, man. I'm going to go I don't know, man. Let's go 24-17.
You got the Falcons traveling to Arizona. Falcons coming off a win over the Bucks. Cardinals coming off a tough loss. I forgot what who did they play last week?
Cool.
The Cardinals.
They played. Let me see. They played the Texans.
Oh, they got smashed. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'm not confident in this pick whatsoever, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons winning 24-17.
I'm gonna go Cardinals, man. I'm gonna go Cardinals. I know their defense has been pretty putrid, but I think offensively they've looked impressive. You know what I mean? I think Jacoby Brissett he's put some decent numbers. Kirk Cousins, I don't know if you could trust him like that. I'm gonna go with Cardinals, man. Let's go. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I could see maybe like a 34-32 type of game.
You got your Raiders traveling to Houston to face the Texans. Your team is coming out for a loss against the Eagles. Texans coming out win over the Cardinals. I think this is gonna be ugly. I think Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter is gonna beat the shit out of Geno Smith. I'm gonna go Texans win 31-3.
Look, man, we're not winning. I just need them to bring the defensive points down a little bit. Just do something. Just do something. Just do something. Keep it respectable. Give my man Brock Bowers some points. I need that. It's all about fantasy for me. We will win this game? No, we will not. We will not. That defense is way too good. But just find something. Just do something. Just keep throwing it to Brock Bowers. That's the only thing you got. That's the only thing you got. Because unfortunately, that offensive line, Ashton Genty's not going to be able to do anything. It's going to have to come down to Brock Bowers to make it any kind of respectable. And with Geno Smith, man, he's playing his last couple weeks, so maybe he might play with a little bit of invigoration because he don't have to wear a Raiders jersey in the next 3 weeks. So
you got the Steelers traveling to Detroit to face the Lions. The Steelers coming off a win over the Dolphins. Lions coming off a tough loss against the Rams. I just don't think this Steelers defense can hold up against this Lions offense. Lions offense is the best unit on this field. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to muster up enough offense to beat this team. So I got the Lions winning 38-17.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Lions do win. Steelers are just a team where they might make the playoffs, but they're just not a good team, man. They're really not. And I agree with you. I think the Lions have the best unit on the field on the offensive side. It's going to be hard for them to defend Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and David Montgomery. So, yeah, I agree with you. I could definitely see like a 42-21 type of game.
You got the New England Patriots traveling to the Baltimore Ravens. Patriots come off a tough loss against the Bills. Ravens coming off a win over the Bengals. Another game where it's just kind of like, I don't know what Ravens team is going to show up. You know what I'm saying? This could be game of the week, like last week the Patriots had, or this could be a letdown. But I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I got them winning 28-21.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game for some reason. I'm getting high-scoring energy. But I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. They need to win this game for them to have a chance, and then they got to beat Pittsburgh again. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Baltimore. I think they win a high-scoring game.
And then you got Monday Night Football. You got the 49ers traveling to Indianapolis to face Phillip Rivers and the Colts. I don't think 49ers is going to overlook Phillip Rivers. I think Robert Saleh is going to dial it up on his ass, and I got the 49ers winning 28-10.
Yeah, I think Phillip Rivers is going to miss his couch after Monday. He's going to miss it, man. It's just
we might see Riley Leonard in the second half.
Might see Anthony Richardson. I don't know if I think he got cleared, so I don't know if he's.
Did he?
I thought he was gonna get cleared, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go with 49ers, man. They're just too good, bro. And I just think Phillip Rivers being a quarterback, I know it was kind of a miraculous thing, and everybody was in awe of seeing him playing the quarterback. But let's be real, he looked terrible out there. Minus the one touchdown pass, he didn't look really good. So, but we're gonna go with the Niners. And let's see, like he's 44 years old. Christ.
Yeah. Yes. All right, that does it. Got anything else, my brother?
Nah, man. I think we hit everything, man. That was important for the show.
You ready for Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua?
It's whatever. Oh, and I don't think we talked about it yet, but most likely we're probably not doing a Christmas Eve show.
That's right. I kind of figured that.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna do a Christmas Eve show, so we'll be doing Monday. Monday we'll have a nice little long show on Monday.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
But just gotta let them know.
I know. If you want to donate to the Cris Talent podcast, you can donate to our Cash App, Cris Mall Podcast. We appreciate anything that you donate to us. Whatever streaming platform you use to listen to your podcast, we're available on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Go ahead, whatever streaming platform, we're available. First time watch on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button, the notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Wednesday 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you jump into live like Mark is, you talk about these topics with us. Give us your opinion. We want to hear from you. Give us if you agree with us, disagree with us. We want to hear from you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, wherever you use, we're available. We'll follow us. We'll follow you back. We're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of various other things. Also, if you have critiques or feedback, if you have a question or topic, and we like said question or topic, we will shout you out. We will bring it up because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, emails, or our mentions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good people. Until Monday, hope you guys have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Don't do nothing we wouldn't do. Enjoy life. Because next week is Christmas week. Hope you got all your Christmas shopping out the way. You know, I know you guys, some of y'all are gearing up to see family and friends and then get ready for New Year's Eve. So until then, we are